Daniela could have literally went to Kayla and gave her a rundown of all the sex positions they did in the shower in Casa, and Kayla would just cry about it for 5 minutes and forgive him anyway. She's absolutely pointless. I hope they don't win this. Love Island USA Season 6, and I'm watching this on ITV in the UK, and this is Monday the 2nd of September episode. Kayla. She's such a fucking pointless, weak-ass bitch. I could not be friends with somebody like that. Oh my god, she absolutely drives me insane. Today the Islanders had a challenge where they had to read social media comments with blanks and the Islanders had to guess who it was about. They don't do this in the UK one anymore because of mental health reasons. However, I think that they should do it because they're going to see these comments when they leave the villa anyway. So one of the comments was, I feel sorry for blank, they didn't even show the worst of it. And then Daniela was whispering, oh, I think it's because Aaron asked me to have a shower with him. And then Kayla ended up finding out and she's gone absolutely mental, right? And as she's crying and she's like, why didn't you tell me? This is a big deal. And he's like, oh, I didn't know it was going to be a big deal to you. And she's like, oh, it's a big deal. I'm like, Kayla, let's go through this rigmarole again. Actually think about it. You're going to whine and greet and moan and say it's a big deal and all the rest of it, and then by the time the night comes, you're going to jump into bed with him and be like, oh my god, Aaron's so honest. He owned up to his mistake. Oh, we weren't going out. It's fine. Like, so what the fuck's the point? What is the point? I can't be bothered with. Honest to fuck. I mean, I have done stupid shit like that in the past. I wasn't on national television. I wouldn't have fucking embarrassed myself. I don't know who wins this, right, but I've got a feeling that they make it to the end, and I swear to fuck, the two of them better not win. Because at one point I really liked Kayla, but now it's just like she just cries for the sake of looking like she's got to do something about it when she's actually got to do fuck all. One of the comments was about Liv being a mean girl, and they were saying that because of the way she speaks up for her friends and the way she talks to people, and she was really upset about this. And I just couldn't fathom why that would upset somebody, because if I was on TV or in any situation and somebody says to me, oh, you're a mean girl because you speak your mind and because you stick up for your pals, I'd be like, that, and what? And what? If people weren't saying shit about my pals behind their backs, or if people weren't trying to wind me up, or if every cunt wasn't as sensitive as fuck, then nobody would care. I'm going to speak my mind, and if you don't like it, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. I'm not interested. Do you think I'm a mean girl? Now you're going to see me being mean. I feel like if people are going to give you a label and they think that that's the way you have acted, and you genuinely think that you haven't acted like that, it's time to step it up. It's time to become a mean girl and say, do you know what? That's what you thought I was, and now I'm going to be that, so you can thank yourself. After Serena went mental the other night, she was talking to Daya, and she's never once been cheeky to her, right? She's never once blamed her for anything. She's never took out her anger on her. But after they spoke last time, then Serena freaked out and she's like, to the guys, like, you're a liar, we're not friends, don't speak to me, blah, blah, blah. Which I thought was fair, right? But then in this episode, she was speaking to her again and she was saying, this is what's being said. He told me that he liked you and that he wanted to get to know me and he was bringing me back and he was wanting to see the two of us together and decide, right? But then I was like, fair enough, right? Everything's fine. But then Daya went over to speak to Cordell with Serena. And she was like, oh, I've explained this and that and I'm going to let you talk. So let's everybody just chill the fuck out. And I thought, at that point is where Serena should have said something to her. Because, okay, it's not her fault. And okay, Serena's been going absolutely mental. But that's her feelings and that's how she feels that she needs to react. And I don't even really think that she's in the wrong. She's not entirely in the wrong, right? But if she's going to freak out like that, fucking let her freak out like that. Who is Daya to come in after deliberately pairing up with somebody who she knew was in a couple for day one, even though Serena did play with his emotions a wee bit? And then she's taking her over, and obviously she's aiming that at Serena, and she's like, oh, let's all chill the fuck out. That's when I'd lose my shit. I'd be like, nobody tells me when to chill out, nobody tells me how to act, nobody tells me how to react. So, now you're going to see me lose my shit. I am so confused by Leah right now Because at the very start, her and Rob were coming across as like gaslighters, compulsive liars, psychopaths, narcissists. But it seems like in the past couple of episodes, they've done a total, like, they've totally changed their personalities. It's crazy. The two of them are like level-headed. They're speaking to people like calm. Just not what I was expecting. The two of them are completely shifted in every way possible. I mean, I still don't like Leah or Rob, but it's just so weird to see how people can change like that. Obviously, it's a lot to do with editing as well, but it's just insane. So later on, Cordell and Serena were speaking, and I was absolutely shocked when Cordell was like, oh, I wanted to get to know you both and blah, blah, blah. And Serena actually spoke to him. And then she shook his hand, and I thought, that is weird, considering how relentless she was. And she was absolutely tearing him to bits. And maybe in some ways she was being unreasonable. But then to turn around and be like, oh, I don't know, and like shake his hand, I was shocked because I didn't think she was ever going to speak to him again. I thought she was just going to be like, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't breathe my oxygen, don't kiss me in any tasks. Like, that is it. So I was like, what the fuck's going on? In the tasks, one of the comments was about Janae and saying, oh, like, chill out or whatever, Kenny's not your man. And then later on, she apologised to him, which he did deserve an apology in my opinion. They were only paired up for 2 days. But then they were like being really flirtatious in the garden and stuff like that. And I kind of think that the two of them are going to end up together. But at this point in the show, I think it's pretty obvious that none of the couples in there are real couples. Like, Aaron was annoyed because of Kayla and because she was getting upset about the shower comment. So you see him going to Rob and being like, oh, she can either drop this or she can drop me. This is the thing, he is a dick. At the start, he came across as such a nice, like really genuine, nice guy. But then as the show's gone on, he's actually quite toxic. Like, when he came back for Casa and he was like, oh, thanks for not overreacting, or you did good. And I know that a lot of people might think, oh, he's just saying, oh, like, thanks for not overreacting. But he literally spoke to her like a child. And people were saying that him and Rob were treating Daniela like a possession, but I think he treats her like a possession. He treats her like, I don't know what he treats her like. It's just so bizarre for somebody to allow somebody else to speak to him like that. Oh, good girl, you did good. Oh, you don't get to speak, you don't get to be upset. You can get over it or you can let me go. Okay, bye. Bye, bitch. So tomorrow is movie night, and obviously it's going to be dramatic. But I think that the only person who might lose their shit is Serena. Kayla is going to be crying as usual. No matter what she sees, she could literally see a video of Aaron and Daniela in the shower fully naked, giving it the Kama Sutra, and she'll find an excuse to forgive him. And that's just how pathetic she is. Like, I can hardly even watch her. That's how bad it is. If she was my friend in that house and she came out the house, I'd be like, ah, look, you're going to have to go and self-reflect, because I can't be associated with it. It's just too embarrassing. Let me know in the comments what you thought of tonight's show. Did you like the social media game, and do you think that they should bring it back to the UK one? Don't leave a comment telling me who you know wins, because I don't want it to be spoiled, but let me know in the comments who you think is going to win. At this point, I'm worried that it's going to be Kayla and Aaron. Because they're the only people who are technically a real couple, but the two of them are fucking arseholes. If anybody for this season of Love Island get into a relationship and stay together for any significant amount of time, like over 2 years, I will be shocked. But I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!